Hey, what's going on, Capricorns? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your 1 month read for February. Um, it is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tattooed Tarot. The Tarot of Dreams. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. You got something you want to say, put it down there. You know, I always love reading the comments. If you don't see your comment at first, because of a lot of scammers and stuff, I had to put it so that I have to approve comments, which ended up being actually really great because now I get to actually read everybody's comment before. Sometimes I wake up, I go to sleep at night and wake up the next morning, I have a couple hundred comments, and to be honest, I try to read them all, but I never always got to them. But now I actually get to see them all. So it's nice that way. And we don't have the scammers anymore. So you got something to say, put it down there. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Capricorns for February 2024? What message do we have for Capricorns? All right, Capricorns. So the first thing I see, Capricorns, I feel like this energy that's around you, this is someone you already know. And I feel like this is someone that you already have a connection with. Now, with this person, I feel a lot of frustration in you. I feel like there's been a lot of chaotic energy with this person. To be completely straightforward and honest with you, I feel like this person hasn't shown up the way that you expected them to. I feel like they've been letting you down, and I feel like it's been causing that chaotic energy. And I feel like also we have that hot and cold. And what's really frustrating about this is I feel like you've invested a lot in this person, and it's to the point where you find it hard to give up. I mean, you saw something in this person, but you haven't seen it since. You saw the potential, but it's like, where the hell's it gone? And I feel like with this dynamic, it's almost like you keep giving, but never receiving. I see you giving to the situation. I see you nurturing. Waiting for that moment when this person finally shows up, finally puts in the work. And every time you get let down. And with this person, I get a very complacent energy. And I feel like you got that too. And it's causing a lot of late nights, a lot of anxiety. One of the things that I love about Virgos that probably isn't working for you in this relationship is you're so loyal, and as I can contest as a Sagittarius, Virgos can be stubborn. When they make a choice, they stick with it. And it's almost like you're like, I'm sticking with this person, and they frustrate the hell out of me, and but I'm sticking with it. And there's nights where that choice echoes through your head and that causes that anxiety. Now, what I see in this person is I feel like they got very complacent. I feel like you take care of them. We have that empress, that nurturing, that mother-like figure. And I feel like, honestly, not to make it sound weird, but I feel like that's where we're at with this connection. I feel like you've taken care of this person so long that this is a lot less like a partnership and more like a parent taking care of the child. And like I said, I don't want that to come off the wrong way, but like I said, I feel like the more you do for this person, the less they do. And now they're almost expecting it. They slipped away from who they were becoming, and they just fell into this very I'm getting taken care of situation. And the more they slip into it, the more they become more needy. It's more like they need you, but they're not giving to you. And I feel like that's gotta frustrate anybody. But I feel like that's causing a lot of chaos between the two of you. They're not putting in the work. They're not showing up like they should. And it's like you just want to kick them in the ass and be like, show up. Show up. Put in the work. I'm here. I want to be here with you. But I can't do it on my own. And I feel like, I feel like there's this point where it just feels like you're doing too much. And that frustration is getting to you. You got too much on your plate. You're trying to take care of you and them, which isn't your job. It isn't your responsibility. It's not what you signed up for. But your loyalty to them is keeping you there. Now, don't take this the wrong way. I feel like what you've been doing is enabling this. Because they're at the point where they don't think you will give up. And it's almost like that child-parent dynamic again, where they're like, when your mom says, hey, take out the garbage, and you don't, and then she tells you over and over again to take it out, and eventually she just does it herself. That's what this is like. You're telling them to step up. You're telling them that you need more from them. And what they're hearing is you're going to get sick of telling them and just do it yourself. What I see here moving forward is I feel like this person is lacking confidence that they can do it themselves because they've been depending on you for too long. We have that Leo energy, that King of Wands in reverse. I feel like this person's lost confidence in themselves. And I feel like there's a very sure way of getting that back. And I feel like they can get it back. They can get it back. They can be the person you thought they were going to be. And that's why you're still here. But what it's going to take... Now, when we look at the Devil card, we see this person inside this cage. But we see the door is now open. You got to let this person... You got to let them do it. You can't do it for them anymore. And I feel like when you do that, when you let them do it themselves, when you let them fail if they're going to fail, I feel like this person's, I know a lot of people are thinking, what the hell are you talking about? If I can't let this person fall on their face, you know what I mean? Yes, you can. Because like a parent to a child, I learned this the hard way as a parent. You can't always be there to pick them up. And the longer you're there to pick them up, the harder it's going to be for them to get used to you not being there. And I'm not saying you got to leave this person. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is you got to let this person pick themselves up. Stop doing things for them. Let them open themselves up. Let them be them. Because what you're waiting for isn't coming the way we're doing it. What I see with this person, I feel like, yes, be there for them, be loving, be yourself, but just don't do things for them. And what you're going to find will shock the shit out of you. This person will completely catch you off guard because that Empress energy has always been looking for the Emperor. And allowing that to happen, what I see moving forward is you got to let them change, and they will change. You know, once you stop doing for them, you'll be surprised how quickly this person bounces back. You know, like a child and a parent, a child never wants to lose the parent. You know, that's the thing. So you stop being that crutch for them, and they'll learn to walk. They will shock the shit out of you. They will completely catch you off guard. And I see that Emperor, you know, that Emperor that you've been looking for, that partner that you've been needing is there. You saw it before. You're going to see it again. You want them to show up for you, give them the opportunity to show up. Let them fall, and they will fall, and they will get back up. You know, this person isn't walking away from this. You know, you may feel like this person has given up on this connection. It isn't. It's not that at all. They still want the same thing. They still want you. You know, they're not walking away from this. They want to move forward with you. But like I said, we can't make it easy on them. Because when you make it too comfortable, people like to sit in that energy. You know, you made it too comfortable for them. Now it's time to kick the bed. Time to get up. Time to move. You know, you expect more from this person. Well, let your expectations be what you hold. You know, don't do it for them. And you will be very surprised what happens. They will do it for themselves. This person will show up for you. This person will show up for the both of you. You know, I see this person putting in the work. You know, you are on the same page. You want the same thing. But it's like, if you imagine you and your person being co-workers, the only two co-workers building a house. If you keep building everything and doing their work, your share and their share, why would they get up? You got to let them do their share, and they will. That's what I mean. They will surprise the shit out of you. They're capable of it. But they're sitting back on their lawn chairs drinking lemonade while you're building the damn house. You know, do your work. And when it comes short, that's their end that's short. And they will show up for you. That's that's what I'm seeing. They will show up for you. They will put in the work. They will step up. You know, I see a lot of big changes in this person, and I feel like it starts with the first change. The first change is them not having you to rely on. And like I said, you don't have to, I'm not saying to leave this person. I'm not saying to threaten to leave this person. I'm just saying don't show up for them. Don't do the work for them. You know, just sit back and watch, and you'll be amazed at what happens. This person has it in them. You saw it. I'm seeing it right now. But we have to afford them the opportunity. And yes, it's hard. But you don't want to be their parent. You want to be their partner. You don't need to be a parent to this person. You want a partner. That emperor and empress, that nurturer, that protector, all in one. You know, and like I said, I mean, I feel like with this, everything you want, that ship will come to port. You know, and with that Hereford, the faith card, you will have a strong connection. You will have a strong union with this person. You will have that power couple you always desired. That person that you knew was there is there. You know, we have that power couple. You know, we have that emotional fulfillment. I feel like this person can be so much more than I feel like they'll even exceed what you thought they were capable of. But we need to let them grow. We need to allow them the opportunity to fail. And when they fail, for them to accept that failure, not for you to accept that failure and take care of them. And I see a lot of happiness, a lot of forward movement, going to the places that you always wanted to go, exceeding your expectations. You know, and it's not to throw shade on you. You're doing what Virgos do best. They're loyal. You know, my dad's a Virgo. And with Virgos, they show up for everybody else. Now, Capricorns are a bit different. Capricorns will show up for who's important to them. And all they want is that person to show up for them. You know, earth signs are very, very grounded. That's why they're earth signs, same as Tauruses. They're very family orientated. They want to build that kingdom. Now, like I said, I mean, my dad's a Virgo. Now, his brother is a Capricorn, my Uncle Bud. And he was with a woman, and it was very similar to this scenario. You know, she had a good job, he had a good job. Everything was going good for them. And the more he did for her, the less she did for him. And then it got to the point where he was just taking care of her. She let everything go. He'd go to work, come home. The house would be a mess. He'd take care of the house, clean the house. The more he let her get away with, the more she took and ran. But he was loyal to her because he's a Capricorn. He was stubborn. He wouldn't admit that he made a mistake. But he always cleaned up her messes for her. And that's the same as this scenario. It's you're doing it all. You're doing too damn much, Capricorn. You're doing too damn much, and you're making yourself unhappy. And like I said, I'm not trying to throw shade on you. You know, you're, from what I can see, you're a stand-up person. But there's a point where you can't let someone take advantage of you, especially, you can't make it too comfortable. You know, it's like that, like my grandmother always said, if you make a bed too comfortable, people won't want to get out of it. But like I said, I do see you're going to be pleasantly surprised once you let this person fall on their face. It might take a few times. But what you will get from it is a strong foundation. They're capable of it. You know they are. They just have to be reassured that they are. Now with this person, I mean, we have some Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. We have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. You know, I'm feeling some Gemini, some Aquarius, and possibly some Libra. Excuse me. But that's the thing with earth signs. There's a lot of similarities, but there's some differences. Like I said, my dad's a Virgo. My dad will do anything for the person that he cares about. But he'll do anything for anybody, without any expectation. And Tauruses are similar. They work their ass off, and they expect their partner to work their ass off. But they all are after the same thing. They want that foundation. They want that power couple. They want that partner showing up every day. It's if you think about it, it's like, excuse me, I'm a bit sick lately. It's like if you had a job and you and this person have a partnership and you own the company together. In the beginning, you both have big dreams, you both have big ideas, big goals, but then one day they slip off a little bit, and instead of you noticing that or pointing it out, you pick up the slack. Then all of a sudden you're picking up the slack every day. Excuse me. And the more you pick up the slack, the more slack they become, and the more they allow you to pick up the slack. It doesn't make them a bad person. They're just capitalizing on an opportunity. But like I said, it's just like your kids. There comes a point in every parent's life that you got to let your kids fall on their face. You don't want them to, but they're never going to learn to get back up if they never learn. If they never fall, they'll never learn how to get back up. And that's the thing. I mean, I did that with my kids. I mean, when they were little and they started to learn how to walk, I was always there. And my mom always used to tell me, she said, you got to let them fall. It's a hard thing to do, but like I said, you're not this person's parent. You shouldn't have to take care of them. Now, there comes a point where you take care of your partner, your loved one. It's okay once in a while, but if you're doing it all the time, it's too much of a burden on you, makes you unhappy, makes the connection unhappy, and just causes chaos. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.